Sira Swarupananda Ramahamsa Namine Gora Karuna Swarupaya Radha Krishna Prestayate Namo Sira Swarupananda Ramahamsa Namine Gora Karuna Swarupaya Radha Krishna Prestayate Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Haribo Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Haribo 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare I will continue reading from what I read last time about mindfulness. Last week I read about that the practice of mindfulness can be very helpful to overcome anxiety. It actually has a primary benefit and a secondary benefit. The secondary benefit is that it helps you experience relief from stress and anxiety. The primary benefit, from the yoga perspective, is that it helps you realize that you are not your mind. Are you your mind? While you may correctly understand that you are not the physical body, you may incorrectly conclude that you are the mind. The mind, however, is not the self any more than the body is. You are not your mind. You, the self, are the viewer of the mind. You can watch the mind, much like a person in a movie theater watches a movie. You, the self, are a little apart from the mind. You can really be quite aloof from the activities of the mind. The silent witness technique is a meditation technique used by some yogis to achieve a state of calmness and tranquility. The yogi sits in a quiet place and lets his mind simply roam wherever it may. He watches his mind as a completely disinterested viewer and tells himself, "I am the silent witness. I make no effort to think, but thoughts come automatically. I'm watching thoughts flow through my mind, but I'm apart from them. I am the silent witness of my mind's activities." Such a meditation practice can help you perfectly realize that you are not your mind. The attempt to control the mind also illustrates that the mind is not the self. Sometimes you want your mind to concentrate on a particular topic, like what you are reading right now, for example, but the mind may keep wandering off, causing you to try to drag it back. Or sometimes your mind is filled with thoughts and feelings that you don't want, but just can't read off, no matter how hard you try. So, you are the person who is trying to control the mind. You are not the mind itself. Quote, "We get ample proof of not being our thoughts when we try to control and to direct them. If the mind is rebellious and undisciplined, it means that that the I, unquote, is not the mind," unquote. Robert Assagioli, Psychosynthesis, A Manual of Principles and Techniques, New York, Habs, Dorman and Company, 1965, page 117. If the mind is undisciplined, who is trying to discipline it? If the mind is to be controlled, who is to control it? Who is trying to control the mind? It is the self, the Atma. Your mind is your possession, just as your gross physical body is your possession. Your mind is yours, it is not you. The mind is a subtle material body. As with the gross physical body, the mind is like clothing that covers the self. The difference is that the gross physical body is like the outer garments, and the mind is like the undergarments. So you, the Atma or the self, are neither the physical body nor the mind. You are actually encased in both the gross and subtle material bodies. As techniques to help you realize you are not the mind. Look at the flower. Look at the flower and say to yourself, "I see the flower." You are the seer, the perceiver of the flower. The flower is seen or perceived object. Thus, the two basic factors of perception are the seer, the self, and the seen, the observer and the observed. Now, while you gaze at the flower, ask yourself, "I am seeing this flower, but where am I, the seer, located? And of what material elements am I made?" Watching your dreams. Tonight, as you are lying in bed, almost ready to fall asleep, watch your body fall asleep. Mentally say to yourself, I am aware that my body is falling asleep. As you fall deeper and deeper into sleep, there is a good chance that you will begin dreaming. In this state, you will be half awake, half asleep. Watch these dreams. Mentally say to yourself as the dream begins, I am aware that I am dreaming. By persisting in this practice, you will eventually be aware that you are dreaming, even in deep sleep. But this ability is only a side benefit. The real point is to experience yourself as the viewer of the stream of mind stuff. Silent witness meditation. Relax and sit or lie in a quiet place. Don't attempt to control the thinking process by trying to think certain thoughts and not think others. Instead, let your mind think about whatever it may. Now, watch your mind and become aware of how you are actually aloof from the thinking process. Say to yourself, I am the silent witness. I make no effort to think, but thoughts come automatically. I am watching thoughts flow through my mind, but I am aloof from them. I am the silent witness to my mind's activities. In this way, you'll be able to experience that you are separate from the mind. You can also watch the passing emotions, feelings, desires, fears, and so on as they rise to the surface of the mind and then pass away. The stream of mind stuff thus flows along, and you are the viewer of it. Just as a person sits by an ever-moving stream, so you the self sit by the stream of mind stuff. Just as a stream may be very clear or very polluted, so the stream of mind stuff may be very clear or very polluted. In either case, you are the witness of that stream, not the stream itself. You may not be content to watch the stream of mind stuff flow freely, but instead may try to control it, redirect it, or stop it completely. But the very fact that you can try to redirect or control your mind, combined with the fact that it is so difficult to succeed in the endeavor, further shows that you, the self, are not the mind or stream of mind stuff. Controlling the mind. Gaze intently at some nearby image. Gaze intently at some nearby image in your immediate environment. Now close your eyes and look at the picture of that image in your mind. Try to hold the image in your mind and look at it for quite some time. If it begins to move around, try to steady it. If it begins to fade away, bring it back. This exercise should make it quite clear how hard it is to control the mind, to keep something in your mind that you want to keep in your mind. If you can think thoughts you do not want to think, this further illustrates that you are different from your mind. Sometimes after a painful love affair, a man will tell his friends, I just can't stop thinking about her. I just can't get her out of my mind. Similarly, your mind may sometimes be filled with desires so disgusting that you would be embarrassed to have anyone suspect you are thinking them. When such thoughts and emotions go through your mind, you do not like it. You may feel, why is my mind filled with such thoughts? I don't want to think like this. However, trying to push such thoughts out of the mind usually doesn't work. If the mind is to be controlled, who is to control it? Who is trying to control the mind? It is the self. You, the self, try to control your mind. The mind is your possession. It is not you. You are a spark of the element life. If you are not the gross physical body and you are not the mind, then who are you? What is your essence? According to yoga, you are made of an energy completely distinct from matter. You, the self, Atma, are an indivisible unit of the element known as life. Thus, there are two fundamental energies, matter and life. Your body is made of the element matter, but you, the Atma, are a spark of the element life. When you, the life particle, are in or wedded to a material body, the body is called a living organism. So the answer to the question, who or what are you, is you, the self, are a particle of the element life. You, the self or Atma, are a particle of the element life. You are presently within a material body. You are temporarily possessing and using that body. According to the science of yoga, you, the life particle, are seated in the heart, but not inseparably. You can remove the physical heart. You can remove the physical heart, but you will not be removed with it. Your influence spreads throughout the body by means of this vast network of channels that carry the life force to every cell of the body. The material body is valuable only when the material body is valuable only when the infinitely valuable person is present within the body. I offer my respects to my spiritual teacher. Chaitanya Nityananda Gaurari 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 Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana 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 Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada 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 Haribol. Offer my respect to my spiritual teachers. Please accept my respects, everyone.